What is happening, everyone? Danny Mick is back here for another video reaction. I didn't say music because this one has nothing to do with music. This one's all about comedy, all about being just a nice, relaxed, fun, entertaining video for everyone. Something totally different for my channel. It is going to be the WWE, The Rock's most hilarious moments. I'm not a huge wrestling fan, but I do definitely know The Rock and some of the funny things he's done in the past. And there's a nice compilation on here that I found that I want to react to. And let's just go. The Rock's most hilarious moments. Let's do it.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Let's do it.
If you smell what The Rock is cooking. I thought you were going to come out and say, hey, good to see you, man. Hey, you like my belt or something like that, so I must agree. 15,000 of The Rock's hometown fans calling you are an asshole. Time ago, remember meeting your daddy?
Randy Orton?
Cowboy Bob Orton, yeah, with the cast on his hand. I remember that. And I also remember some cat named Soul Man Rocky Johnson whooping your daddy's ass.
Oh, man.
And it just doesn't matter what type of match.
I could barely speak English half of the time, and in The Rock, just his shit just flows so freely.
It is.
Amazing.
It could be The Rock and Triple H in a no DQ match. It could be The Rock and DX in a handicap match. It could be The Rock and Stephanie in a stick 50 balloons right up your match. Your granddaddy, Bob Orton Sr., The Rock's granddaddy, High Chief Peter Maivia, laying the Samoan smackdown on his monkey. Now, before you two jabronis start playing Ali and Frazier and the referee being played by that prostitute in training. What? But the one thing we agree on, the one thing we've always agreed on.
Look, it's the whole flock of McMahons right there. Look at them. Stephanie, you got Triple H, and McMahon's son right there.
The one thing we agree on, the one thing we've always agreed on is the fact that we know, Triple H, you're the biggest asshole walking God's green earth. Oh, even back, way back more than that. Your big fat ass grandmammy, your mammy, they all complain. Hell, The Rock's grandmama, his mama right there, slapped the lips off all two of them bitches. I remember that. I remember looking at you, sitting there picking your nose, wiping it on your shirt. Eddie Guerrero, you are a movie star. There's something up with The Rock. Who were you? Were you Cheech or Chong?
Cheech or Chong?
Juan Guerrero, they're out of control right now.
Out of control? Out of control? They're gonna get their monkey asses whooped tonight. The Rock's ribs, The Rock's ass. The Rock's got her ribs, big deal. It's no big deal at all. The Rock says this, you go ahead and take out The Rock.
Look at his face looking at The Rock. Holy hilarious. Look at his eyes.
Out of control. They're gonna get their monkey asses whooped tonight. The Rock's ribs, The Rock's ass. The Rock's got her ribs, big deal. It's no big deal at all. The Rock says this, you go ahead and take out The Rock's ribs, fine. Take off one of The Rock's arms. He'll fight you with the other arm. You take off one of The Rock's legs. The Rock will hobble and hobble and hobble and keep hobbling. The ass with the other leg.
It's just a flesh wound.
Yeah. You go ahead and you can take off one of The Rock's testicles, the people's testicles.
Look at his eyes.
Keep watching it. Damn, that's a good ass testicle. The Rock will take his boot, shine it up real nice. Excuse The Rock. Turn that son bitch sideways and stick it straight up Juan Guerrero's tennis. After the show, is that what you're gonna do? Huh?
All right. Shut up. What do they call that guy right there? The announcer guy.
That's an after the show.
This guy right here. I've seen some funny skits with these two in the past going at it.
Oh, is that what you're gonna do? Huh?
I love it.
With a haircut like that and a face like that, it looks like Billy Ray Cyrus went ahead and had sex with a retarded hyena.
Eddie Guerrero.
Come on, Rock. Come on, Rock. Hey, man, how you doing? You're like, oh, this is my pretty pony. Don't touch my pretty pony. Remember that? I don't remember. You ran right by Andre.
I gotta say, I hated Randy Orton's dad, man. I couldn't stand. Is that Cowboy Big Bob Orton, whatever the hell his name was, man? I couldn't stand him. He was annoying as fuck.
Hey, man, how you doing? You're like, oh, this is my pretty pony. Don't touch my pretty pony. Remember that? I don't remember. Shut your mouth. And then man, you just ran. You ran. You ran
get a
right
word
by
in.
Andre the Giant, right by Junkyard Dog, smack dab right in the middle of King Kong Bundy's ball sack.
That's a big ass ball sack.
Dance.
Big fat ass.
Music. Yeah. Dance. Charleston, turn the other way. Yeah, turn the other way. Face the camera. Yeah, smile at everybody at home. Bend over. Get your monkey.
Hell yeah. The king of shit talking.
Spanish all that well, but let The Rock tell you in a way that maybe you'll understand. It goes like this. Eddie Guerrero. You want a shot at the great one, but there's only one problem, is you never told him whether you will cheat or whether you will chop. Yadiba, yadiba. Oh, yeah, whoa, no, The Rock ain't done.
How the hell could you not laugh when he's doing skits, man? These dudes are all serious and shit.
The Rock got some more. It goes like this. Guerrero and The Rock in this ring will meet, and when it's all over, The Rock whooping ass on Latino heat. Ayadiba, ayadiba. Because you see, Chris Jericho, you are still the undisputed champion, and Chris Jericho, you are still the biggest monkey's anus walking God's green earth.
I like Jericho.
No, hold on, we're not done. I was laughing my ass off, and you were sitting there, and your dad was like, "Hey, Dwayne, don't laugh. One day my son's gonna be great." I looked up at Jen, I said, "No, Mr. Orton." I called him Mr. Orton because I respect him. Mr. Orton, actually, one day I'm gonna whip your son's candy ass. Well, The Rock says this. Big Show.
Look at this
you
old
come
school.
on down. You do all that all you want, Undertaker. You come on down. Die, 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 and all that.
Holy shit. Oh my god, he does them so fucking
Come
hilarious.
on down. Die, die,
His
and all that
eyes.
stupid crap over and over and over again. The Rock doesn't know.
Dead
The Rock
man
doesn't know
walking.
two people. The Rock doesn't know you two. So help The Rock. Tell The Rock exactly
Who are these guys?
who in the blue hell
Who are those two jabronis?
are you two friends?
Mick Foley, I know
Popcorn
his
Fox
ass.
anyway? It doesn't matter who you are. So The Rock says he's going to take a gold-plated shovel and he's going to hit the Big Slow right across
The Big
his
Slow.
59-pound head. Then he's going to take the Undertaker with all his Mickey Mouse tattoos, bend him over, take one pile of dirt, pour it on top of his head, turn that shovel sideways, and stick it straight up his candy ass. You actually think The Rock gives a monkey's nutsack what Pepe Le Pew #1 and #2 have to say? Pepe Le Pew! The Rock has some video footage of the one thing you think you do best. So The Rock says, roll the footage.
The Big Slow.
Oh boy. Big Show is livid.
People's eyebrow. That's a big motherfucker right there.
Now, Big Show, just in case you didn't digest that, let's look at it one more time from a different angle.
He's poking at the big man.
You're gonna beat him French style? What the hell is that? What are you gonna do? French kiss him to death? Is that what you're gonna do? I'd like to ask you one question. How's your lips? How's your lips? How do you like your lips? You like them where they are? Because if you keep running your mouth, The Rock and Mick Foley are going to slap your lips right off your French faces. I'm going to be two sets of lips laying right here flopping around like fish. And then, hold on a second, you're going to be like that. And what The Rock is going to do, The Rock and Mick Foley are going to pick up your French lips and make you kiss our American asses.
Oh
And The
my
Rock's
god.
gift to you, Dean Malenko. The Rock is going to give you...
Dean Malenko. What's that old that's a horseman. Old school right there.
And The Rock's gift to you, Dean Malenko. The Rock is going to give you 6 inches. No. He's not going to give it to you there where you need it, so The Rock has heard. But see, you two candy asses, you're not going to win the tag team titles. You know why? Number 1, you're French.
Uh-oh.
Number 2, you suck. Exactly. You, Perry Saturn. The Rock's gift to you.
Perry
The Rock
Saturn.
knows that you've got one eye that goes that way and another eye that goes that way.
Oh shit.
Wait a minute.
Oh
And The
shit.
Rock is just hoping for one single solitary second that the eye that's going that way is looking at the Rock's hand going that way. So the Rock will slap that crooked eye straight. Thing would have happened. The French general would have walked right up to the enemy and would have said this. Oh, we are so sorry. We are so sorry. Oh, don't hurt us. No, 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 no. We're so sorry.
I don't know who the hell these two guys are.
The only thing strong about the French army is their damn body odor. You, Eddie Guerrero. The Rock's not got one, not two, but three gifts for you. The Rock's got a big sombrero. The Rock's got a donkey, and the Rock's got a nice hot bottle of tequila. So you can ride off in the sunset, S.A. The Rock says...
Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness.
The Rock says...
That was awesome. That was awesome. Let's cancel that. Oh, my God, man. The Rock is... Dude, he is such a trip. I feel like, I mean, I've seen a little bit of wrestling here and there recently, and let's see if let me move over it. I've seen a little bit of wrestling recently. I'll tell you what, those days of wrestling were the best. It was some of the best wrestling days that I can remember. Even back when WCW and WWF or WWE, whatever the hell you want to call it, we're going head to head. You know, NWO was in the house for WCW, and Goldberg was at his prime, and then you got Rock, you got Steve Austin. Oh man, those were some of the best days, and that's one of the things that right now that wrestling, the entertainment value of wrestling, the level of it, I feel is definitely slipped a lot since then. There's not a lot of true characters in wrestling these days. There's really not. I mean, there's some good wrestlers, but you got guys like Braun Strowman and shit. They're just badass you know what, man. They just kick ass, and they just don't have the mic skills like Stone Cold had and The Rock had, and Ric Flair, man. Ric Flair is some of the best shit on YouTube, watching some of his stuff. Hulk Hogan back in the day, Hollywood Hogan, man. Oh man, some of the heels were awesome. I totally miss NWO days from WCW, and even when he crossed over to the WWE. Oh man. But yeah, so Rock, man, he's probably the best mic guy ever in the history of the industry of wrestling. I think he's the best, the smoothest, the funniest. He talks fast. He's got it all, man. Dude's put together like a brick shit. You know, I mean, he's the man. He is the man of wrestling. I don't know if he's my favorite wrestler of all time or any of that, but I'm just saying, as far as the mic, man, The Rock, you couldn't go wrong with him. That was funny. So what else is there? WWE, WCW, WWF, whatever you want to call it, that's funny. Most must watch videos, man. You guys got to go in the comment section, do me a favor, throw some suggestions down below. This is cool, man. This is something different, man. It's fun, and I'm sure some people on my channel might actually find it fun to have or you know, interesting to see me do a little something different besides music. So anything else, throw it down in the comment section. Otherwise, just gonna get out of your way. Hope everyone's having a good day or good night. Peace, everyone. Later.